Have you ever watched a sci-fi movie and thought to yourself, man, I sure wish they had a cool robot that could do all those things? Your wish might soon come true. Because technology is advancing so fast, you never know what is going to pop up right around the corner. So that's why today, we're going to be looking at the 12 most unbelievable things that actually exist. Let's jump right into it, guys. Number 12, a jetpack. You didn't think it was possible, did you? You thought that this was actually some science fiction nonsense only movies could produce, but you'd be wrong. There is actually a company out there called Gravity that produces their very own jetpacks. This invention was the brainchild of Richard Browning, who has even had a TED Talk about his groundbreaking invention. So how does this thing work? First of all, you will need to strap on the suit. It has 3 engines. One of them you strap on your back, and the other 2 are connected to your arms. In order to achieve liftoff, you will need to position the engines to face the ground, and you're off. Number 11, water walker. If you think baths couldn't be brought to the next level, water walker will prove you different. They're the guys that are actually looking to incorporate exercise and baths. Well, things just got weird. This futuristic-looking bathtub is specially designed to aid you while exercising by providing additional resistance from the water pushing you back. And if you get tired, you can always use your phone to cool the water level in the tub, as well as the temperature, and have one amazing bath when you get tired. However, this one is not that cheap. It will cost you around $90,000 to have one of these babies in your home. Guess that run's looking pretty good right now, huh? Number 10, cave pearls. A cave pearl is a small, usually spherical speleothem found in limestone caves. Now, for all of us dumb people out there, this is basically a shiny rock. That definition made it sound like it was some sort of technical stuff a PhD professor would have a hard time understanding. But that's not the case because these glossy and shiny rocks are found in caves, and they're basically the result from salts that gather on a small little rock after smashing that like button if you haven't done that already. Now, in all seriousness, because they're submersed in water that's moving, a river, they get that polished look on the outside. Even though they look cool on the outside, if you cut one down the middle, you will see all of the concentric circles of crystal formed around the core, which is usually some other rock. Number 9, the Boab prison tree. Well, now you can say you've seen it all. We all know that the Boab trees have these giant trunks, but this one in particular is so iconic, it's actually a tourist attraction and has been protected by the Aboriginal Heritage Act of 1972. If you didn't know, this tree is around 15,000 years old and is located in Derby, Western Australia. Because of its weirdly shaped trunk, there has been a legend roaming around that says this tree was used as a prison cell for delinquents who needed to wait for room to free up in the local penitentiary. But there is no evidence to support this claim, so it has remained a legend to this day. Number 8, ejecting plane cabin. We know some people are extremely afraid of flying. However, Vladimir Tatarenko wanted to provide extra safety to people traveling by plane, so he constructed the detachable airplane cabin. And it's exactly what it says. It's an airplane cabin that detaches from the plane's head in case of an emergency. The cabin then safely lands in the water and will wait for rescuers to come and help the survivors. Some of the air travel specialists have been debating about whether or not such an invention would be useful. Initially, most of the incidents in the plane industry happened during landing and takeoff, meaning that this invention would be of little to no use for the planes of today. Number 7, Hyperloop. Hey y'all, it's time for tube travel. And even though this doesn't sound extremely futuristic, it actually is. The system uses an enclosed tunnel through which trains and cargo would travel in the future. The tracks are made of magnetic strips that allow the train or capsule to levitate, therefore reducing speed loss. And air friction would be brought to a minimum because the train would be enclosed in a tunnel. The project was initially proposed by Elon Musk in 2012, but because he says he is too busy to run this project himself, people want to bring this project to life as soon as possible. Even students are joining forces to create their own breakthrough Hyperloop technologies and reach the speed goal, which would be around 700 miles per hour. This would bring a massive shift to the transportation industry. Number 6. Progress Eagle. What do you do when you want to decrease the carbon footprint of a plane but also increase the capacity? Well, we think the Spanish designer and aviation enthusiast Oscar Vinales might have the answer. He created a triple-decker plane that would actually have zero carbon emissions. How does he plan on achieving this? Well, he has introduced hydrogen engines that would replace the ones running on fossil fuels, and then he even placed a wind turbine on the tail as well as solar panels that would generate power for the plane. This beautiful and futuristic wonder is said to be capable of carrying 800 people and include restaurants and shops on the 3-story plane. Now that's what we call visionary. Number 5. Kilauea. If you're into lava and magma, then this is the paradise you've been looking for. Forget about the beaches of Hawaii. You head on straight to the Kilauea volcano, where volcanic eruptions are so common, you would think the ground is actually alive. And we're not talking about volcanic eruptions every once in a while. We're talking about lava geysers, water explosions caused by the outpour of lava streams into the ocean, as well as scalding hot water surfaces that are unbearable to human skin. Hey, if you really like lava and magma, then don't miss this one. Number 4. Continental's dog delivery service. If you thought Amazon were being advanced with their drone delivery service, Continental has beat them. They're actually building and improving their self-driven delivery vehicles, but one in particular caught our eye. They've actually developed a dog-like robot that will come out of the self-driving vehicle and drop the package right at your front doorstep. If you thought obstacles would be a problem, then you're wrong. This little fellow uses sensors to detect any obstructions in its path and get around them. It even climbs stairs and rings your doorbell. If you're not home, it will drop the package off at your doorstep. Number 3. Bigar Waterfall. What's so special about a waterfall? Hold that thought for a second. See, this is what the Bigar Waterfall actually looks like. It is one of the most unusual and beautiful waterfalls in Romania, as well as in the world. When you go there, you will be amazed by the lush greenery that surrounds this waterfall. At the beginning of the new millennium, this waterfall was declared a natural heritage of Romania and protected by law. It has water flowing off a rock that has been covered by moss. So instead of one giant stream of water, you have numerous streams trickling over this mossy surface. Number 2. Vector Robot by Anki. You want a robot sidekick like R2-D2? Then how about buying a miniature version of him called the Vector Robot by Anki? They wanted to create a robot that actually has emotions, and the first one they started with was curiosity. This small creature can recognize speech and even give you a fist bump when you ask for one. It can tell you what the weather is like, set a timer for you, and even connects you to the internet. All of his 700 parts allow him to be aware of his surroundings and avoid falling off tables and stuff. He wants to help out in whatever way he can, and when he's running short on battery, he'll run back to his charging station. All of this is possible thanks to the million lines of code inside the brain of this robot, the camera, and the microphone which detects speech. Oh, and he likes to be pet on the head too. Number 1. Sophia. When you think about robots, the first thing that comes to mind are computers. However, David Hansen from Hansen Robotics has a completely different outlook on what robots are and how they should look. This Hong Kong-based company has managed to create a human-like robot that can move its face and extremities. It was first unveiled at South by Southwest in March of 2016 and then in October of 2017. Sophia became the first robot to receive a citizenship. The Saudi Arabian government gladly welcomed Sophia as their citizen. Since then, she has had interviews with many prominent leaders, including Will Smith, Tony Robbins, Jimmy Fallon, and many others. Although she is usually friendly, she once had a glitch and said that she would destroy all humans. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, do you know any other unbelievable things that actually exist? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.